Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. I have these 3 photos from the Castle Air Museum, and we are scrapbooking this sketch today. This is the off-the-board sketch that we are using this month because, you know, we just don't want the sketch fun to ever end. I will be doing 100 sketchy videos through May 10th, so that will be exciting. But now I have these photos, so let's see what I can do. Okay, you guys, so we are all using this sketch for off the board, and everyone was just kind of sad that the 30 days of sketches with Christy was over, so we all decided to keep going for today as well. Now, if you still want more sketches in your life, 100 sketchy videos are still going on. They will go through May 10th. I have posted all of the April sketches in the Scrapping Reflections Facebook group. So if you want to play ahead, you can. If you want to pick a sketch that you like, it's not even on that day, you can. But they're all there. So if you haven't joined the Scrapping Reflections Facebook group, the link will be down below. Also down below are going to be links to everyone participating in Off the Board this month, so make sure you hop along, check out everyone's creations. Now I am using a white artist palette. It's a huge artist palette. It is what I used for mixed media and other type things before I got my glass mat. And I'm using this because the glass mat is dirty and it's got paint dried up on it and a sticker on it, and I got to clean it off. And you know, I wanted to make a scrapbook page. I didn't want to clean off my glass mat. So I just decided to use this bad boy and go to it. So this is the Up in the Clouds. No, it's not. You know what? I probably should just rename the thing because I call it Up in the Clouds all the time. This is a cloudy day stencil from Scrapping Reflections. It is a 12 by 12 stencil made out of 10 mil Mylar. And I am just using a blender brush and my Close to My Heart ink to ink on color onto the clouds. Now, I know clouds are white, you guys, but yeah, clouds are white, but I'm making them blue. I'm also going to make them shiny, so that's going to be fun. Now, the good thing about this is I'm not really doing any kind of blending. I'm not going to be doing variations of the blue. I'm just putting out straight blue clouds. And I'm also not going completely into the center of the layout because I know I'm covering all of that up because of the sketch. Now, I am using some purple tape to hold my stencil to my white cardstock, and I actually just got a Brutus Monroe order in today, and you guys, purple tape is not plain purple anymore. It has a floral pattern on it. It is crazy. So as soon as I finish up this roll, which should be soon, because it's almost gone, we'll put that new one in there, and then I can show you all the floral purple tape. I was shocked when I opened that package and there was florals on it. So, I mean, it was gorgeous enough because it's purple. So there we go. Now I am kind of going over this with a heavy hand because I do want my ink to be pretty dark. Like, I want my clouds to be pretty dark. Now, that is one thing with a blending brush. You do have to do more layers to get that darker color than if you used a foam dauber or an ink blending tool. So, I do decide, I guess apparently I do decide to go in and do more of the clouds at the center and darkening them up just a little bit. So this is beautiful. At least I think it's beautiful. I just love ink through a stencil. It just, when you pull that stencil off, it's like, oh, like it's great. Now, I did decide to not pull the stencil off, even though you got a little sneak peek right there. I'm going to go ahead and grab a what is this called? It's a spray. I believe it is a mica spray. So you're going to have to shake that bad boy up to get that metallic bit that has settled at the bottom. And it just does. It settles at the bottom. Even if you use this spray every single day, like the next day you would go back and it would be settled at the bottom. So it's just something you have to spray. So I'm just going over top of the clouds, and then I'm going to blot it up a little bit with a paper towel. Now, you could have taken another sheet of cardstock and laid it on top of that stencil and pulled a stencil print, but this time I just didn't do that. I do wipe it off with my paper towel and stick my stencil off to the side. So now I have this blue cardstock right here, and I'm going to go ahead and put my cloudy paper on top there. So this paper still is damp. I didn't like heat gun it or anything like that, but I didn't spray so much that the paper feels saturated. It's just a little damp. And I'm going to figure out where the photos go. Now these photos are all kind of like scenery photos, I want to call it, display photos at the Castle Air Museum. This was not like out where the aircraft were just around on the grounds. This is inside of a building. I did go ahead and pull out kind of like my travel-y, transportation-y die cut box. And this die cut box has more than just die cuts in it, even though all of the other die cut boxes just have die cuts. It makes sense in my mind. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. Now I pull out some khaki colored cardstock, and I'm going to go ahead and make up some photo mats. So my photos are 4x6, and this time, actually, did I make 4x6 photo mats? I did. This time I made 4x6 photo mats, and then I decided to trim down my photos. And I did that because I didn't want the photo mats to overtake the layout. So we're already having three big photos on the layout, and then if I added my normal mat, I'd be covering up everything. And I want room to decorate and make things pretty, which I didn't always used to want to do. Some of my older scrapbooks are just like pictures all over the page. No embellishment. So now that I've matted them all on the khaki colored cardstock, it's time to go ahead and get these bad boys down in the shape of the sketch. And I honestly have no idea where I went or what I'm doing right here. Oh, I had to get another piece of paper. So I found this paper. This is a paper house paper from Explore Your World. Now on one side it has baggage tags with airports on it. And I do have to say, I absolutely adore this paper for two reasons. One, I love the airplane print. Two, on the back side, it has BWI. So that just makes me happy. As a former Maryland girl, that just makes me happy. So I think there are a couple sheets of pattern paper that every time I place a paper house order, I grab one or two, and this is one of them. It's that yellow paper I talk to you guys about all the time, and then it's this one, and it just makes me happy. The BWI baggage tag, just, I don't know. There's something in there that just warms my little heart, and I like it. So now I'm just going through that little die cut box, and I'm trying to find blue embellishments. I kind of accidentally went monochromatic on this, or in a monochromatic direction, because there are varying shades of blue, but it wasn't on purpose. I wasn't thinking I'm going to do a blue monochromatic layout today. It just kind of naturally happened while I was looking for products to use. So I also used this die cut, and I basically am covering up all those people. I don't need the people. Really, this has nothing to really do with the people. It has to do with this kind of stuff, the aircraft themselves. Now, I really liked this cloud, and I thought that it would be fun to pull in, but it just felt awkward every place that I kind of had an opening to place it. So that just went kind of back into the little bin here. And not the bin where I throw away stuff, but the bin to hold the die cuts. So I do also have this kind of teal blue map print label tag, and that's going to go up there as well, because now we're just doing all the blues. Just doing all the blues. Now there are other blue things in here that I thought about bringing in that don't make it in, like that blue tab right there was really cute, and I thought that it was really cool. Oh, and there's a little sneak peek of a project, so we'll just gonna move that. That is really cool, and be on the lookout for something really cool with that. I'm just really, I know I keep saying it's really cool, but it is really cool. Okay, so now I am going to create kind of these 3 little banner pieces that are hanging down, and it does say head in the clouds, and on the sketch it has Mickey heads. Now I really thought that I was going to put those Mickey heads on little banner pieces at the beginning of 100 Sketchy videos, so January 31st, because I was doing so many Disney layouts, but I found that I didn't really have the photos that I needed, so it ended up not being a Disney layout, which is kind of weird. It's kind of weird that I'm using a sketch that has a Disney element on it and I'm not actually scrapbooking Disney. But, you know, I guess, you know, there's a little bit of wild and crazy in there. I also have this glitter globe that is in a blue color, and I'm going to go ahead and pop that down on the page. I don't remember if it shifts a little bit or not, but now I've gone ahead and pulled out this letter sticker pack, and these are the thickers that came in Sparkle City. Man, my mind was blanking. So I've been seeing some Sparkle City layouts pop up recently, and it kind of makes me wish I still had Sparkle City papers. I used Sparkle City for mine and my husband's anniversary. We took a weekend trip to New York City, and I used that collection for that trip. It was perfect for it. Like everything just, it was perfect for it. But now I don't have any more Sparkle City except for the thickers. So my title is Wheels Up, Way Up. And even though there are no wheels in this on this layout whatsoever, there's none in the photographs, it's going to fit. It's going to fit the theme of the album. I mean, every single layout in the albums, because it will span 2, is about Castle Air Museum and aircraft. So it's totally appropriate to have this kind of title. I am using, what are these, Bella Boulevard chipboard letters, and then I just had to trim down that H to make it a U. Now I go ahead and glue down my sparkle glitter globe, and I kind of like nestle it into the letter Y. So I've definitely got some like monochromatic feeling going on here with all of this blue, with all of these varying shades of blue. Now I'm thinking that these little tag things over here, these little banner-esque ticket looking things, they're feeling a little bit naked, you guys. Like there's not enough there. On the sketch, we got the Mickey heads, but Mickey heads aren't going on this layout. We've already discussed that probably ad nauseum. So I'm looking for my stamps. So I know that I have Chamel stamps that have a little airplane on them and little bits. I know that I have them. I just can't find them. They're not where I would think that they would be. So I pulled out these Technique Tuesday stamps, and they have small icons and they also have travel words. So I'm going to use that same blue ink that I used for the clouds, and I'm just going to stamp on 3 different icons on top of these little ticket things. And then that way the ticket things don't feel super naked, and I'm also, you know, still keeping with that blue theme. So there's a compass, a camera, and then I also decided to do a little teeny arrow that's facing into the page. Now I also decide that I'm going to stamp on that tab that is up at the top. So I find a good word off the same stamp sheet because I'm not having luck finding the stamps that I actually want to use, but this works. It says explore. So I just go ahead and stamp that down. And I'm just using a stamping block this time because I'm not looking for like super awesome stamping that I need to use a stamp platform for. If it's not exactly perfect, it's okay. And then of course you had to add a little bit more adhesive down there because the page was popping up. So there it is, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Big, huge thanks to Crystal, who founded the Off the Board series. We do use a Pinterest pin off of our boards every last Wednesday of the month. So check out everybody down below. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys again real soon for another video.